Imagine falling in love over a video game and then being forced to change your religion to marry your partner. This is not some far-fetched storyline from a dystopian novel. It's the shocking reality of a woman named Harshada, who met a man named Fuzail while playing the popular game PUBG. Their story starts innocently enough. Two people from different parts of the country, connected through a shared love for a game. They spent hours together online, battling enemies and sharing laughs. Over time, their bond grew deeper and they fell in love. But love, as we all know, is rarely as simple as it seems. Harshada lived in Mumbai's Ghatkopar area. She was a divorcee, living with her mother and a young daughter. Fuzail, on the other hand, resided in Moradabad. He worked a simple job, delivering meals to women in the Red Line area. Despite their differences, the connection between them was undeniable. But soon, the harsh realities of life would put their love to the test. After Harshada's divorce, she had moved back in with her mother. Meanwhile, Fuzail proposed marriage. However, there was a catch. Fuzail was Muslim and Harshada was not. In order to marry him, Harshada would have to convert to Islam. Torn between love and her own identity, Harshada made the difficult decision. She changed her religion, adopted a new name, Zinat Fatima, and married Fuzail. But little did she know, this was just the beginning of her ordeal. Harshada's story serves as a stark reminder of the struggles and sacrifices that many individuals face in the name of love and religion. Our tale doesn't end here, though. What followed was a series of events that would turn Harshada's life upside down, exposing the darker side of religious conversion and love. It's a story that needs to be told, to shed light on the hidden corners of our society, where love is used as a cover for manipulation and control. But this is just the beginning of her ordeal. Let's delve deeper into Harshada's journey and uncover the shocking aftermath of her religious conversion in our next segment. The real horror unfolded after the marriage. The blissful union between Harshada and Fuzail, now Zinat Fatima and Muhammad Fuzail, quickly turned into a nightmare. The transition wasn't just about changing her name and adapting to a new lifestyle, but the brutal realization that she was trapped in a world she didn't belong to. It was a world that didn't resonate with her beliefs, her values, and her identity. The joy of love swiftly turned into the pain of regret. Harshada, or should we say, Zinat Fatima, found herself sinking into a sea of despair. The only solution she saw was to escape, an escape from this life, an escape from her own existence. And so she attempted the unthinkable. She tried to end her life. When the news reached her mother, it was Fuzail, her son-in-law, who had the audacity to relay it. He assured her that Harshada was fine, albeit in the hospital. He tried to downplay the gravity of the situation, painting a picture of control and stability. But the reality was far from this facade. Harshada wasn't just in the hospital, she was fighting for her life, teetering on the edge of existence. Her mother, Madhuri Mishra, was shocked and heartbroken. The daughter she knew was vivacious and full of life, and now she was lying unconscious in a hospital bed, barely clinging onto life. Madhuri couldn't believe the transformation in her daughter, from a lively, independent woman to a lifeless body on a hospital bed. All because of a decision made in the name of love, a decision that had cost her daughter her happiness, her freedom, and almost her life. Fuzail's assurance that Harshada was fine was nothing more than a cruel joke. It was a far cry from the grim reality that Harshada was battling every second. However, the reality was far from what Fuzail portrayed. Harshada's mother arrived to a horrifying scene. Her mind swirled with disbelief and dread as she found her daughter, unconscious and teetering on the edge of life. The once vibrant Harshada, now reduced to a mere shell of her former self, lay on the cold, sterile hospital bed. The cold indifference of the hospital staff was as chilling as the sight before her. Pleas for help echoed around the sterile walls, met with averted eyes and dismissive shrugs. Take her away, they said, their words a grim testament to the apathy that had taken root. A mother's desperate cry for her child's life was met with the cold reality of indifference. Refusing to succumb to despair, she turned to the law. The local police were informed, and without delay, a case was registered. The accused? Fuzail, the man who had promised to cherish Harshada and his father. A grim sense of satisfaction filled her as she watched the law take its course. Yet, the fight had only just begun. This was not a simple case of a lover's spat gone wrong. This was a story of betrayal, of manipulation, and of a cruel disregard for a woman's right to life. A story where love was used as a weapon and trust was exploited. A story that revealed the gruesome reality of forced religious conversions and the havoc they wreak on innocent lives. As she stood there, clutching the case details in her trembling hands, she made a vow to fight, to seek justice, not just for her daughter, but for every woman who had been deceived, manipulated, and forced into a life they never chose. But the battle for justice was far from over. The road was long, the journey arduous, yet she was resolute. For her daughter, for justice, for truth, she would fight. And in this fight, she was not alone. Unbeknownst to her, her story was about to spark a flame that would illuminate the dark corners of society, unveiling the truth for all to see. Now, it's time to take a stand. This isn't just a story of one Harshada, but a reflection of countless young women who might be grappling with similar situations. It's a wake-up call, a catalyst for change, a plea for awareness. The world we live in is complex, filled with diverse beliefs, cultures, and religions. The beauty of our society lies in its diversity, in the respect we accord to each other's beliefs, and in the freedom of choice we enjoy. But when this freedom is usurped, when choice morphs into coercion, it tears at the very fabric of our society. Harshada's story is a stark reminder of the dangers of forced religious conversion. It highlights the importance of consent and respect in a relationship. Love should never be a bargaining chip for personal beliefs or religion. It should be a bond that transcends these boundaries, fostering understanding and respect rather than division and conflict. We need to remember this. We need to talk about it. We need to share it. Because our silence is complicity, our ignorance a tacit approval. It might be uncomfortable, it might be difficult, but it is necessary. We need to break the cycle of fear and silence to empower young women like Harshada to make informed choices, to ensure their rights are protected, their voices heard. So let's take a stand. Let's spread the word. Share this video. Talk to your friends, your family, your community. Let's raise awareness about the dangers of forced religious conversion. Let's ensure that respect, understanding, and freedom of choice are not just ideals, but a reality for all. Remember, your share might just save a life. Your voice might be the beacon of hope someone needs. Your action today can pave the way for a safer, more respectful society tomorrow. Share this video, and let's ensure that no other sister becomes a victim of such predators. Thank you for your support, and see you in the next video as we continue our fight for awareness.